Hello, 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 my podcast people, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of my favorite online business podcast. If you are listening, tuning in, watching this on the day that it drops, it is Monday, November 24th. Welcome to the last full week of November and the week of my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. Lex and I will be flying back east this Wednesday to hang with my family and her family. It's her family too. But I'm fucking stoked. I love this holiday. It's my favorite holiday. How do you guys feel about it? How do y'all feel about this holiday? Call it what you want. Fuck the pilgrims. All of that shit. I'm not talking about that. For me, it's a time to get together with the family, and it's just about food and dancing and music and being together, and it's just the best. No presents and all that shit. It's just presents. Being present. So I'm fucking stoked. But speaking of Lex, today we were chatting about this idea, this concept of, are you missing anything? Which is a question largely inspired by Lex. And no, this is not relationship advice. We are sticking to the online business lane. So speaking of online business, good segue, good transition there. Don't forget, I'm running Cyber Maestro Monday sales starting next Monday, December 1st. All of my on-demand courses, maybe a new offer, still working, we'll see. Either way, keep your eyes open for that. And obviously, you just get on the email list if you aren't already, because what are you doing? But it's the best way to never miss out on anything. So we'll wrap that. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, JoJo. But the main topic for today, and I think today's going to be a fast one, because it's very simple. What I got to say is simple. Main topic for today, are you missing anything? Right? This episode is for the person who thinks about their online business and then wonders, am I missing anything? Admittedly, I have never asked myself this question, which is why I'm 692 episodes into this podcast, and this is the first time that I'm addressing it. But I absolutely have big feels and big emotions around this question, largely because it feels like a question that comes about because of Inception. Y'all remember that movie? I love that movie. I do actually dream like that, which is, I think, one of the reasons I love that movie. But it feels like a question that comes about because of Inception. Like it's a kernel of doubt that gets planted by these fucking online business coaches who want you to question your shit so that you buy their shit. Right? And I am not saying any of this to make you feel bad, for having that question if you have it. Not at all. I am saying this because I fucking despise these whack-ass business coaches and all the shit, the bullshit surrounding them. Right? So I'm going to address it. You know the best way to complain? What is it? It's to make something. So we're making this episode. So to me, the answer to the question, am I missing anything, starts with asking a better question, right? I always say this, you want better answers, ask better questions. And oftentimes ask a lot of questions. So I'm going to give you 5 questions to ask yourself. 1, am I happy with my business? Number 2, am I content with my business? Number 3, if I'm not content, and it is okay to not be content, if I'm not content with my business, what am I not content with? Number 4, what do I want more of? Number 5, what do I want less of? I'm just going to start you off with those 5. That's it. We could come up with more, but let's just start off with those. Right? You can go ask ChatGPT if you want more, but let's just start off with those. Right? Don't forget, folks, I know I listed 5 there. I have transcripts on my website. Thank you, Courtney. So you can go through that. It's already written out. Or if you listen to these podcasts on Apple, it auto transcribes it. YouTube does it too, but I don't know if it does for everything, but I know for sure Apple does it. So it's all there. You can just go through. You don't have to write anything down. It's all there for you. Okay. But we got those 5 questions. And it's been my experience that when people wonder, am I missing anything? It's typically because they want one of 2 things or both, right? They either want more money or they want more time. Both are fine to want, right? But y'all know I'm all about solutions, right? So we're going to give you solutions. But one of the reasons I'm saying that is because I'm like, okay, you have this question. Why? What are you actually asking? Okay, now let's do something about it. Very simple, right? So solutions. You want more money. You want more time. You want more time. You want more money. If you want more time and you're making enough money, just do less. Say no. It's fine. Fucking say no to people. Have a wait list. Have less clients. Make less money. You'll have more time. It's actually incredibly simple, right? It is that simple. And I don't say this like make you feel bad. I want to say this so that there's nothing else tied into it. Like it's just that simple. Done. Yes, you will make less money, but if you are making more than enough, that's fine. And also, Eventually, with that time that you're getting back, you'll either just be okay forever making less money, or what's more likely to happen is you'll get bored or you'll get rested. That's a great place to be. You'll get rested, you'll get creative, and then you'll get back to work and you'll do something. Maybe not the same thing as before, right? But then you'll make money back. You'll make that money, right? So that's the solution if you want more time and you're making enough money. If you want more money or you want more time, but you need to make money, so then therefore you need to make more money so that you can get the time back, there are only 3 ways to make money. And again, it is great. It is fine if you want to make money. I think some people like circle the drain here because they're like kind of ashamed to be like, I want to make more money. And I'm like, that's fine. Totally fine. Let's get to the heart of things so we can solve the problem and move on with our life. Right? There are legitimately only 3 ways to make money. Sell old stuff to new customers, sell new stuff to old customers, or sell new stuff to new customers. That's it. One more time. Sell old stuff to new customers, right? The products you already have, sell them to new people. Sell new stuff to old customers, right? Make a new offer. You could also change the price on certain offers. That's still considered a new thing, right? New stuff to old customers. You repackage it. I don't know. But either way, new stuff, new offers to the people you already have. Or sell new stuff, just made it up, came up with it, to new customers. All right? You cannot sell old stuff to old customers because they've already bought it. Okay? Which, if you guys are about patterns and you understand, this ultimately breaks down into 2 ways that you can make money and what you need. You either need more customers or you need more offers. That's it. But we're going to stick to those 3 that I listed. Sell old stuff to new customers, sell new stuff to old customers, sell new stuff to new customers. Okay. Which of those 3 is right for you and is easiest for you and makes the most sense to do will depend on your specific circumstances. I don't know what they are, but if you have no one, you have no customers, then it's selling new stuff to new people. If you got lots of people and you got lots of ideas, then I'd suggest going with selling new stuff to old people, right, to your current customers. If you have a great product, you've been selling it, people have been buying it, but you're just running out of people, then we're going to sell old stuff. You're going to sell that same thing to new people, right? You got to go find new people. We all know the most difficult thing is customer acquisition. I said that kind of weird. Customer acquisition. How are you attracting these people? How are you finding them people? How are you getting these people? All right, but this episode is not about that. It's not about solving that problem, but there are still only a limited number of ways to do that. It's either going to be organic, right, which is going to be social media or SEO, or it's going to be paid, which means you're going to use ads, or it's going to be word of mouth. That's it. That's literally all you can do. Notice I said organic, it's either social media or SEO. Like, we're talking about online business here. Like, yes, you can go in person, but it's difficult to like go in person and then move people online, right? But I'll still consider that social, right? You're being social. But organic acquisition, social media or SEO. Paid acquisition, it's going to be ads, or it's going to be word of mouth. That's it. Right? There's like a million things that you can be doing, a million ways to go about these things. Right? So this episode is simply about answering the question, am I missing anything? If you're doing the things, your business is doing well, and you are happy and you're content and you're satisfied, then no, you're not missing anything. And I hate that these online business coaches make you feel like that. I hate it. Well, what about? Are you happy? Then you're fine. Are you satisfied? Then you're fine. Are you curious about something? Okay, cool. Then let's get specific on that. What are you curious about? It typically will boil down to curious about, if I did this other thing, could I make more money? Or could I have more time? That's fine. I'm fine with you wanting that. I just want people to get specific with that as the questions so then we can get specific with the answers. All right. So if that question is still floating around, and even though I've been like, I just went through like, if you're happy, you're satisfied, you're content, you're good, and you're like, then no, you're not missing anything. But if that question is still floating around, and it's fine if it is, if you're still like, but am I missing anything? Then let's start off by asking those 5 other questions I gave you earlier. Am I happy with my business? Am I content with my business? If I'm not content, again, it's fine to be content. What am I not content with? What do I want more of? what do I want less of? From there, it usually comes down to wanting more money or more time or both. There are only 3 ways to make more money. Sell old stuff to new customers, sell new stuff to old customers, sell new stuff to new customers. That's it. That is it. All right? All right. So again, it's not a question that I personally have had. And I say this because I'm like, if I feel, because the episode is short, I don't have that much to say about it. Usually things that I have more to say about, it affects me directly in some way, shape, or form. I'm thinking about it a bunch. I haven't been thinking about it a bunch because it's not a question that I've had. But it's not a bad question to have. I don't want you to feel bad if you have that question. Because I also chatted with another friend, a good friend of mine who I really respect, and she too had this question. And I was trying to do my research, trying to understand. And she told me that she was ultimately unable to basically distance herself enough from her own business to be objective and realistic with the answers and realistic with, the answers. And that she knew or believed she would benefit from help with a timeline and a breakdown of things, right? Once, including helping her find think of and go through the answer of the best way for her to make more money, even though there's only 3 ways, right? And I get that. I get that. And I didn't offer it to her, but I'm going to offer it to you because this is what I do. This is what a Maestro meeting is. If you want clarity on what to take action on, if you want help prioritizing what to do first, if you want a timeline of when to do what, that is what we do in a Maestro meeting. Right? I know I don't market them a bunch. I don't advertise them a bunch. I don't really explain what we do in them. And now that's what I'm doing right now this is what I help people with. Cutting through things, getting clarity on things. It's always my goal that, people do things on their own first and try things on their own first for sure. But if you're like, hey, I would like help, I'm raising my hand, folks. I can help you. Okay. If you don't need no stinking help, that's awesome. Great. My goal, like I said, again, with this episode was simply to address a question that gives me the big feels. And I think I've done that. All right. Marketing, brochachos, and big hat boss babes, be damned. Be damned. Okay. So don't forget, Cyber Maestro Monday sales coming your way next Monday. Get on the email list or don't. Autonomy, agency, sexy. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, additions, subtractions, anything, slide into the old DMs. Shoot me a text, 310-737-2345. I haven't thrown the number out in a bit. Would love to hear from you either way. All right? All right. That's all I got for you. As always, endlessly, one more time, endlessly appreciative for every single one of you. Until next time, friends, Maestro